Well, welcome back, although it feels like winter. Today, we're going to talk about swimming because sooner or later, warmer weather is going to be here in southern New England. And we're getting an update today on the swim team at the South Shore YMCA. They're called the South Shore YMCA Strypers, and the director of competitive swimming, the director of the team, is Tim Mulvihill. He was here late summer, early fall, as kind of a new arrival to the Y. He's back for an update. Tim, welcome.
Thanks, Joe.
Great to have you here again.
Yeah, no, it's great to be back.
Actually, you're kind of a new old face at the Y. You were there, then you left, then you came back.
Right, yes, I was there from '07 to '09 and went back to Australia for 3 years and then you've come back and planning to stay. So.
Yeah, now when we last talked to you, you kind of had just assumed your new role.
Right.
Trying to get the team up and running again.
Absolutely, yeah,
How's
just
that going?
to inject some stability into the team and
Right.
to get us on the right track. And certainly at this point, at the conclusion of our major short course season, which happens in the fall and the winter, we're definitely exceeding expectations in a whole range of different areas. So it's all very positive.
We should point out that the team itself, the Strypers, is the YMCA's swim team.
Absolutely.
This is kind of separate from the aquatics program where you can just go and swim for recreation.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. It's deeply embedded within the YMCA. It's important to us that we're seen as the YMCA swim team,
Right.
that we're not an outside entity operating sort of solo, and
Right.
that there's an intrinsic link between our swim lesson program and our swim team and our masters, and even the lap swimmers that come in sort of understand how all of that comes together.
Right. Over 200 members on the team between both Quincy and Hanover
Yeah,
branches?
absolutely.
Wow.
218 swimmers, up from 130 from last year.
Really?
Many of them new. And in the Quincy branch, we had more than we've ever had, even when the last time I was here. And such an interesting and fun and diverse group of young people. It's a real privilege to work with them.
Yeah. Where do they come from, Tim? Where do the members of the team come from? How do they get on to the Strypers?
You can really come from anywhere,
Okay.
and we try to provide a program that is for all in terms of ability and need, and we try to be as flexible as possible with schedule. We draw from the local area, around Quincy, Milton. We have people in Weymouth that can go to the Hanover branch at the Emerson YMCA or come to Quincy, and so we're really right across the South Shore with both branches. So it's a fun job, but it's certainly got its challenges.
Yeah. How does one become a member? What are some of the qualifications?
Really, we have a sort of set of standards across the different practice groups that we have, and we tailor those to sort of make sure that there is a place for everyone within reason. And if we don't have a place, then we have a comprehensive swim lesson program at both branches that allows people to get involved in any way, and at some point transition into the traditional swim team structure.
Okay.
So it's really as simple as just contacting me or my admin assistants, and we set up a tryout and just go from there.
Okay. Now, do YMCA's traditionally have their own swimming teams, or is this something unique?
No, absolutely.
They do.
Certainly, the swimming and competitive swimming, the YMCA has been around for a long time.
Yeah.
The competitive level of swimming at the YMCA level is of the highest caliber. And just recently we have performed in both the YMCA and the USA swimming systems, and at the YMCA District Championships, our 13 to 14-year-old boys age group were the champions of that division, won by 250 points.
Wow.
Which was great, fantastic. And then some of those same swimmers also became New England champions in the USA swimming side of things, and the boys relay won 3 New England titles at the recent championships. So
Okay.
that was very exciting.
So you compete with other Ys at different levels, or
Yes,
you do?
we have the challenge of competing within the YMCA system
Yeah.
and the USA swimming system.
Okay.
That actually is beneficial for us because it enables a more feasible stepping stone structure for athletes as they move through our program.
Sure, yeah.
And have different meets and different goals that they can look to work towards.
And maybe professionally at some point.
Right,
Yeah.
absolutely, and definitely, trying to set them up as best as possible to allow them to achieve their potential and look at colleges and scholarships and things like that. That's
Yeah.
definitely on our radar.
What is in the future, the immediate and then the long-term future for the Strypers?
Big things, hopefully.
Big things,
yeah,
yes.
absolutely. We would like some more growth, sure. And the new facility we're building here in Quincy. I think is going to drive that. I think the quality of the program is definitely moving in the right direction. We're transitioning into our sort of spring and summer season at the moment. And that's really for our really serious athletes that kind of go year round. Mm-hmm. But we also have a competitive stroke clinic that's currently going on, and an exciting summer swim team that's very recreation focused, and it's a nice introduction for the swimmers and kids coming out of swim lessons to get a taste of competitive swim team without a huge commitment or very long and copious number of meets and things like that.
All the pressure that goes with that.
Right, exactly. Yeah. It's just a nice little taste of what we have to offer coming up in the summer.
Yeah. So folks that are maybe involved in the WISE aquatic program can consider becoming part of the Strypers?
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'd like to think that we have a very like I said before, intrinsic link with our aquatic departments and swim teams, right. And our aquatic directors at both branches are on our coaching staff and work with us very closely. So we really try to the best of our ability to provide a curriculum and a structure, and a pedagogy, a teaching that sort of has them flow through from the water babies through yep. to swim team, and yep. then I also obviously the masters program, and it's not uncommon to have mum and dad in masters and the kids in swim team and the babies in swim lessons all at the same time. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
What's how old is the oldest member of the team right now?
The oldest member of the swimming team is 17.
Okay.
So we have a couple of juniors going into senior next year, but the majority of the team is around that 14 and under. So okay. it's quite a young team with a lot of promise and potential.
Yeah. I know too that you're reaching out to the Quincy Public Schools to develop a relationship.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. This year really marked a major step forward in our relationship building with Quincy Public Schools and developing a swim team or a competitive swimming and an aquatic partnership between ourselves and Quincy Public Schools, and to really maximise the use of the Lincoln Hancock Community School pool, and really just provide as many programs as we can and on an ongoing basis to the community. Sure. And that's enabled us as a competitive swim team to sort of hold meets there and get involved in that perspective. And we've got a member on our staff, Bob McGillicuddy, who works at the Sterling Middle School, who's done a brilliant job in creating middle school swim programs, and he runs the high school swim programs. And so there's a lot of connection between the Strypers YMCA swim team and the Quincy Public Schools swimming, and then our aquatics director in Quincy, Stephanie Higgins, has done an outstanding job in working with the Quincy Public Schools to get other adaptive swimming programs and other great things happening there. So it's really exciting. Yeah,
we have some photos we want to show folks, give them a little insight into what the Strypers are all
sure.
about. So let's take a look at our first one here and tell us what we're looking at. A happy group of young lads here.
Yeah, absolutely. And one lady there in the front, yep. Victoria, she did a fantastic job, and all of them did at the recent New England Swimming Championships, which is all of the teams in New England, whether they're YMCA and sign up for the USA Swimming, or traditional club-based teams.
Okay.
Pulls from right over, and it was an amazing meet. The boy on the left, Austin Ramsey, was a New England champion, the 200 backstroke for the 14 years boys.
Is that right?
And the boy in the middle in the black shirt, Graham Barrett, is a New England champion, the 500 freestyle for the 14-year-old boys. And then everyone there was in a final or placed very highly. And 3 of those boys finished in the top 8 individual point score. So out of the top 8 swimmers in the 13 to 14-year-old age group, we had 3 of those boys, right up there.
So some real talent.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We've, I've said to people, if we, there may be teams in New England that have as much momentum as us at the moment, but there wouldn't be any that have any more. So.
Right. Let's take a look at the next one, and we've got some young ladies here.
Yeah. So this is, the thing I love about this photo is just the joy that the kids have for each other and the sport, and that's really what we're trying to cultivate at the Y. And this has taken our Thanksgiving Invitational swim meet, which we held for the first time at the Lincoln Hancock pool, based on our partnership that I mentioned there with Quincy Public Schools. Mm-hmm. And I think this is in between sessions, and captures the girls in an opportune moment of enjoying being there and being with each other. So.
Very good. And finally, you mentioned that you swim across the country, and here's a good example
Right,
of
well, we
that.
certainly tried to, and the blizzard sort of held us up somewhere around Ohio, I think. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, we sort of calculated our mileage every week or every day across all of our groups and swimmers, and tried to basically on that map swim to Santa Monica Pier and back. And I think we fell a little bit short, but it was a great endeavor, and it was a little bit of fun, and we posted those updates on Facebook and things like that.
Sure.
But what was fantastic is, we were able to raise money for the team, but also for the first time in a long time, give money back and send, campers or provide scholarships for campers to go to camp, both in Quincy and Hanover, which was, a great thing, and
Sure.
just shows, how we try to connect our team with the community and developing that side of things, not just competitive swimming.
Yeah, many different ways to get more information. First of all is just the Y's main website,
Right.
SSYMCA.org. But the Strypers has their own website,
Yes.
SSYStripers.com.
Right.
And then the phone number, 479-8500. To reach you, Tim, extension 175.
Absolutely, and we have our Facebook and Twitter and YouTube sort of channels all happening as well. So
Great. Thank you so much for the update. Appreciate it.
No, thank you for having me.
All right, we'll have you back, too.
Great, thank you.
Another quick break on the program. Back with some more community information in just a moment.